Top of the morning to you, and welcome to I Need a Hobby, a podcast.
Yikes.
I'm this week's host, Andrew. What? And to my
I
left,
talked like that, okay?
he started his St. Patrick's Day the same way he starts every morning, with a bowl of Lucky Charms. Alex.
How are you?
And to my right, he entered the bar wearing a Kiss Me I'm Irish shirt and left with no friends. Chris.
Hey.
How's it going, dude?
A little sad. Don't kiss me.
Couple more than friends, though. Am I right?
Oh yeah,
Hey.
that's the PG-13 version of
Yeah.
that intro. How's it going, guys?
Going pretty good.
It's all right.
This
Yeah,
is we're living in a post St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day was yesterday, right?
Yep. Wait, yeah.
We're living in a post-St. Patrick's Day world.
Yeah. Yesterday was the last one.
post-apocalyptic St. Patrick's Day world.
I think
leprechauns everywhere.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
All right.
That's
all
all.
right. Well, settle down, Chris. Clearly, you got a lot on your mind.
Imagine if that's how small talk was. Hey man, how are you? So post St. Patrick's Day, it's like June.
I say it until the day of.
People might be wondering what is this podcast about? Well, usually we get off to
Usually we don't let Chris
good
talk.
start. And we talk about challenges, hobbies, and activities. Me, Alex, and Chris are 3 college grads. We work hard during the 9 to 5, obviously. But this podcast is talking all about the 5 to 9.
If you ask me, this podcast is talking about the 317, baby.
Oh.
Ooh, there we go.
St. Patrick's Day.
That's pretty
right?
cool. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, it is. Is it always 317?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
Wow, it's
It's
not that like first Saturday of the year.
No, but I think
that's
it-
just
right.
when the party is, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Guinness on me.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
We need to open with the bracket talk. We gotta talk about the bracket. Forgot about that.
Sorry,
Before
it's
we get
just
into
such a
St. Patrick's
pressing
Day.
issue. You know, we're not always recording post St. Patrick's.
Yeah, I know.
Seriously.
I know. It's a big deal. All right, so it's been 1 week into the tournament. First of all, thank you guys for joining our bracket
explain
group.
to the folks at home what this tournament is.
So we have the March Madness tournament, college basketball, very exciting. Everyone picks a bracket.
I need a hobby.
We
group.
have the I Need a Hobby group, INAH 2018.
Yeah, if you want to follow
And
along
I'm
at
just
home.
going to pull that up right now.
Hey, actually, Andrew, I was going to ask earlier.
Yeah.
I don't really recall checking anytime recently, but who's at the top of the leaderboard? Right
Is
now?
that you?
Heck yeah!
All right, let me check.
Perfect bracket too, if I recall.
You already? Oh, wow, Alex. Still doing really well. You're in the 99.5 percentile.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
And you have got your username is ESPN 373-75549.
Oh, chill.
So,
Don't give out my information. dude.
It's too much.
How did you pick that? That's why I didn't know it was you. It's like that's an insane name.
Mm.
But I think that
Thanks.
must be like a default name people are getting because
Yeah, I don't think
I don't know.
I don't think I signed in with like an ESPN account. I think I just made the bracket.
Mm.
oh, interesting. Okay. Well, you're in first.
But hey, it's been a crazy, a lot of upsets
Yeah,
so far.
our producer Todd is in second place, and he followed Billy's advice. And last week we had our expert Billy come on the podcast and basically bash this top seed in the tournament, Virginia, said they were bad. And lo and behold, they become the first ever 1 seed to lose to a 16 seed.
Crazy.
A-
Crazy.
But Todd wasn't the only one who guessed it.
I
A
know.
lot of people
That's
did.
the
Yeah.
bracket.
Wow, people
What's
are.
the
someone
username?
someone else that I want to give credit to, and
They edited their bracket.
they edited their bracket names so that we would see it. I had UMBC over UVA. Must be a listener or just a crazy person that decided to pick them as well.
Wow.
And this person, Alex, must be your buddy because their name is ESPN 46806-128.
Sounds like cousins or
We
something.
sound like droids or something.
So thank you guys. I haven't checked the other ones if anyone picked UMBC.
Yeah, I don't know who
I'm
that is,
just
but-
guessing you didn't, but
Hmm.
maybe I'll take a look
If you did,
before the episode ends.
if you did, change your brackets to name to Me Too or something
Yeah.
like that.
Hashtag me too.
Maybe a different. Yeah, maybe not me too.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
hashtag Me Too. I need a hobby pod. Hashtag Me Too.
Anyway,
I think
Um,
if you were smart, if you were doing this bracket, you know who you would have picked is Notre Dame, huh?
oh no,
Top of the morning.
Top
to
of
you,
the
kid. Hey, get this boy a pint of Guinness.
Fighting Irish.
But I wanted to give some credit to our boy ESPN, whatever.
Dog, we just had a
our
perfect
producer.
segue right
I
there.
tried
No,
so
man.
hard. I tried so hard.
No. Well, let's go later. And Billy as well. So thank you guys for the awesome
Yeah,
advice.
thanks, Billy.
All right, and now for the perfect segue.
Let's see,
As
let's see.
I
What do
was
you have? What do you got?
Well, sometimes if you win the NCAA tournament, you might be thinking like, man, this is better than finding what a pot
A
of
pint of Guinness. Yeah.
close. A pot of gold, right at the
Yeah.
end of the rainbow. Okay,
Sure.
and
This is getting awfully offensive.
So yeah, this is St. Patrick's Day episode. We haven't. I don't know if we've done a holiday podcast in a while.
No, I was thinking
I don't
the other day. What if there are listeners out there who only listen to our holiday episodes, like to get them ready? That'd be kind of fun.
It's like
Well, we're late on this one.
I have
that's
I have
true.
a DVD set of like only the Christmas episodes of The Office. Maybe there's like a hard drive out there with only the holiday episodes of I Need a
That'd
Holiday
be pretty
Pod.
cool.
Mm.
Just download them all at once.
That'd be a fun calendar. It's like
Ah.
you know how sometimes you'll have
Sure.
like the fireman hunks, and every
Mm.
month like it's that holiday they're dressed as.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
March,
yeah.
That hunky fireman.
Wow.
What if we did a
podcast
a
hunks.
digital calendar every month? Us three hunks are doing our the holiday episode of that.
Love
All
it.
right, it's a good idea.
Oh, that is good. That is good. Yeah, I think. What do we got? So we got New Year's Day.
Do we have? We don't have a New Year's episode. do we?
No.
Shoot.
Presidents.
Imagine
we did
a New Year's Day episode just as hungover
did,
sitting around.
We did a President's episode live at Mount Rushmore.
Valentine's Day.
True.
Oh yeah, right. We did the Mount Rushmore one.
Right? I think it would only
We have this one for
we
St.
would
Patrick's
only
Day.
have November, October, and December. Not even December.
Oh, well, you haven't talked about the unreleased April Fool's episode. Who knows when that
Yikes.
one's going to come out?
Ooh.
It's
anyway.
just an hour of us straight slipping on banana peels. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Sound effects only.
All right, so yeah, I want to talk about St. Patrick's Day with you guys. We did just look up St. Patrick's Day origin just for fun. It was made by this guy St. Patrick.
I don't think he made the whole
Shocker,
story.
shocker. And I believe he drove
Historian
snakes
Andrew.
out of Ireland. Did you guys hear about that?
Snakes?
Yeah, let me
Snakes?
Is that what they
let me
call
just
them?
double check this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he drove snakes out of Ireland.
Wait,
Like
what-
not in a car.
What are you saying?
Hold on.
Excuse me?
Snakes. St. Patrick's. Okay.
Andrew's just Googling snakes.
Shut up. Okay, just kidding. Sorry, I'm in a mood today. Anyway, St. Patrick chased Ireland's snakes into the sea, according to tradition.
Great.
And
Sounds
it's
like an old wives'
and
tale.
it honors St. Patrick, the Christian missionary, who converted Ireland to Christianity, and he rid of Ireland's snakes during the 5th century A.D.
No.
Sounds like a creep.
So here's a hot take
here's
about
the
St.
origin.
Patrick's Day off the bat. Thanksgiving, the holiday, is a lot. You spend a lot of time doing that in school, and they teach you about the whole like origin story
Yeah.
to some extent. St. Patrick's Day, I feel like we spent a lot of time talking about, but I had no idea that happened.
Right.
Did they
Well,
teach you
that's-
that at all? I feel like
No,
it's like
no.
you wear green.
Well, that's because Thanksgiving, with all due respect to St. Patrick's Day, Thanksgiving is a kind of a big deal. You know, St. Patrick's Day is.
I guess it's an it's an Irish.
it's kinda-
It's an Irish holiday. I guess maybe.
Well,
it's
yeah,
like
it-
bigger
here,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Sure. But we did want to get into this when we were kids.
Wait, what about the bombshell?
What?
St. Patrick's not even Irish.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I didn't want to say
Insane.
that.
Pinch
Crazy.
that guy.
That when we were kids, you know, did you guys ever have leprechaun sightings? Leprechaun
Sure.
No.
droppings?
I was gonna say what?
They used to do that when we would go.
Ew.
I
Not,
remember-
not,
yeah.
not poop, okay?
Oh.
But they would leave behind their coats, their green coats, their little felt. When we would go
I
away,
hate stuff like that.
Yeah, I've
the
never.
teachers would leave.
St.
it
Patrick's
behind.
Day has never been like
Really.
even
I wonder.
a thing in my life at all.
Some of you guys know
Never
we live in
school, I don't think.
Massachusetts outside Boston. I think Boston is a city that does St. Patrick's Day bigger than a lot of other areas because there's a lot more Irish people around here.
Yeah.
Chicago supposedly has a pretty big.
Really?
St.
They
Patrick's Day.
dye the river green, don't
Yeah.
they?
Oh, do you know the classic? What is it? I think it's the biggest St. Patrick's Day parade in the country. It's either biggest or second biggest, but you know where it is?
Where?
Holyoke, Massachusetts.
Really?
Really?
Isn't that weird?
That is
Interesting.
weird.
Yeah,
they have a
super
they have a
random.
big 10K too, a big race.
Yeah, for St. Patrick's
Yeah.
Day, I think. But they have a huge
Yeah.
festival.
Interesting.
I think it's the biggest in the U.S. It might
Yeah,
be
I
second
think,
biggest.
Yeah, it's a weird.
I think it's
a
second
very
biggest.
Irish. Are you guys
Yeah.
Irish at all?
Yeah, I'm 25% Irish.
Really? I think I'm 50% Irish. Yeah,
I guess I don't
I don't
really
think I
know.
am at all.
just
Mm.
know that my dad's Irish.
That's
I
true.
say
Yeah,
25%.
that's literally my dad's Irish.
I could be like 10% Irish. I don't
That's
know
true,
like, the
yeah.
actual breakdown.
yeah, but kiss me.
But
I'm
yeah.
Irish.
Still wearing the shirt, huh? Any luck?
Unfortunately.
But yeah, I never had leprechaun droppings associated in my life. For
Yeah.
sure.
Like I remember, teachers doing little things like that, or like I don't know, you dress up green.
I mean,
I just
there's
remember,
always
like-
been the green thing.
Did you ever dye your hair green on St. Patrick's
No,
Day?
I never did that.
We have dark hair compared to you, Chris.
That's
so
true.
I feel like you could get away with
See,
it
I remember doing that in the
Mm.
past. My girlfriend told me that was a thing she did every year growing up, which I thought was funny.
on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but me and I guess her as well. I remember one year I did it, dyed my hair green. It didn't come out for a couple days because I have very light hair.
Hey, don't you realize we're living in a post St. Patrick's Day world?
I didn't let
Green-haired
anyone
What?
forget it.
Yeah, that's a shame. But
Yeah.
it seems like you've had a good experience with it overall.
Yeah, and I'd say another big thing is the famous meal. Did you guys ever do the corned beef and cabbage?
I don't think I've ever had corned
No.
beef. and
Every
cabbage.
year. This is my first year because
Was it with your family?
with
you
my
do it? So
family,
I
yeah.
think it might be maybe you guys have some Irish heritage, or
We
maybe
do,
you
yeah.
just cared a little more.
And I think like a lot of
I never did that.
even like a lot of like restaurants will do it this time of year that you see more corned beef out. You see more cabbage out, I think.
Mhm.
So corned beef and cabbage is like a traditional Irish meal, but it's like boiled. Like it sounds gross when you think about it. It's just like
It does, but-
boiled beef and boiled
I think
cabbage.
it is bad. I think
But-
I don't think it's good.
When I've had it,
Isn't it like a famine thing? Because there's the
Yeah.
Irish famine, so they
yeah,
had
exactly.
to boil cabbage.
No potatoes, so you just eat cabbage, I guess. I think we would usually do potatoes.
I've had corned
so-
beef hash.
Yeah,
One of my
I guess
favorite
it's not too
breakfast
far off.
foods.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I remember every year when I was a kid, I hated it, and my parents would make it, and it'd be like,
I don't think I've ever had it.
I don't think I've had it either.
yeah. But I would recommend it. I think cabbage.
You just went on about how much you.
I was
disliked
sorry,
it.
skip that part. As a kid, really didn't like it. Nowadays,
Oh, okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Cabbage. I was at a grocery store the other day. They're selling cabbage 19 cents a pound.
Yeah.
That seems like
Must be
crazy
one of those
value.
things. Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
probably like 90% water. But still.
anytime you get close to like actually a penny, it does get a little crazy. You're
Yeah.
like, how much money can you be making if
'Cause
you're selling
bananas-
this for 19 cents a pound?
bananas are ridiculously cheap like
That's
that
true.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're never gonna. I mean, I guess you could buy a pound of cabbage. Probably doesn't weigh much more than a
No.
pound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 5 pounds of cabbage for $1.
You know what?
Insane.
It's a great.
Crazy.
It's a great famine food.
What if
It
like
truly is.
what if McDonald's came out with like on our value menu 8 pounds of cabbage?
Ugh. Yeah,
That's something I
that'd be
could see. I could see Subway doing a corned beef and cabbage foot long.
Yeah.
So I would eat it, but it would be disgusting. I'm sure.
I could definitely see that as well.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, like I don't know how I fell for this for so long. It was probably only to kindergarten, realistically, but kids saying, "Did your classmates, Chris, ever say, 'Oh, I saw a leprechaun. I saw a leprechaun'?"
Yeah. Well, it's like seeing I definitely claimed to see a reindeer at some point in my
No,
life.
like I never lied like that.
I
you
was-
know, I was
Well,
always so
I think
into
I
it.
thought I did.
Have you guys seen the viral YouTube video?
Yeah.
Where it's
No.
like grown men talking about, or like
Oh,
it's
that's
like a
so
news
sad.
clip of
They're like, yeah, we saw a leprechaun.
real
there,
adults
yeah.
being like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
it's
there's
like in a tree or
leprechaun
something.
around
Right?
here."
Yeah.
Oh, I have seen that. That one's
Yeah.
funny.
It's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's sad though.
No. Well, they don't actually think it's a leprechaun. I think it's like
I guess you're
what's
right.
that? What does he say? He's like, oh man, there's like a wicked funny clip like where the guy like shrugs his shoulders too, like, who else seen the leprechaun? Like, right? You know that
Oh,
one?
yeah, say, "Hey,
Yeah.
yo."
So that was really
I
good.
remember
Who else seen the leprechaun say that? Yeah, and then he like does like, yeah, right. Oh yeah, and then he like looks at his buddies and he's like nodding his head like, oh, they all agree with me. It's
I
really
guess
good. It's
I
really
would-
wholesome. I looked that up. Look up. We can put it in the description.
Yeah.
Like leprechaun
Similar to any
sighting.
any
Live.
mythical beast.
Mm-hmm.
I live my life thinking I have a pretty level head,
Sure.
and I say those don't exist.
Mm.
I would be terrified if I ever saw one. If I saw a real leprechaun, I would be
Yeah.
terrified. A Bigfoot, a Pegasus, perhaps. You know,
Yeah.
That'd be really scary.
you didn't.
Yeah,
you wouldn't say
leprechaun would-
like, "Oh,
no,
they do exist." You would
Leprechaun would
say,
be scary.
right.
Like seeing like, following a rainbow to the pot of gold, and then boom,
There's a leprechaun there.
there they are. They're
Mhm.
just hanging out.
I
Oh,
feel
we've
like-
been here the whole time. Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
It'd be nice to get a pot of
You
gold.
guys
though.
ever see
Yeah.
the Disney original movie Luck of
Luck
the
of the
Irish?
Irish. Yeah, that's
No.
Pretty good leprechaun flick if you're interested.
Yeah,
No, have you heard of this?
Probably one of the best St. Patrick's Day.
Have you heard
movies.
of the movie called The Leprechaun? It's
No.
got who's that famous
It sounds like a scary
short guy?
movie.
What's his name?
Danny
Wade
DeVito?
something? No.
Gosh. I don't know if we should get into this. Oh wait,
what's his name?
wait. Is it offensive if I ask for a movie? Wait, what movie is he in?
The Leprechaun. It's
That's
called
it? He's not in
Leprechaun.
anything else?
No, he's in a bunch of movies. I'm just
I-
gonna look him up.
This feels problematic.
I'm gonna look him up.
How tall is he? Can we ask
He's
that?
very short, like a foot tall. I don't know.
A foot?
A foot? Is he like mini me?
He's a
from-
foot tall.
he's short.
Is he the? He's not the guy from Austin Powers.
I don't know. I don't know Austin Powers.
I know his name. I can't think of it though.
All right.
Oh,
I'm
man.
sorry we're going on about
Fans from
this, but I
home.
need to figure this out.
They're loving this.
The Leprechaun.
This just feels so problematic to me.
No, this guy's Warwick Davis. That's his name.
Oh, that's not the guy I'm thinking of.
All right. Well, whatever.
Who is he? What does he look like?
Wait,
He plays.
Well, no, I mean describe him for our podcast listeners.
He plays the Leprechaun in this movie. He's just like a short
Oh
guy.
yeah.
But
He's in that.
He's in a lot of stuff. I feel
He's
like.
in that show with Ricky Gervais, I think, isn't he?
Yeah. He is in that show with Ricky Gervais.
Don't
It was like
remember
an
what it's called.
HBO show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's this really bad, like classic bad horror flick called The Leprechaun. There's a ton of them, like Leprechaun Leprechaun in 2 in the Hood or something. Not even
Leprechaun
kidding.
post.
Yeah,
post
Leprechaun
St.
2
Patrick's
post.
Day.
There's a ton of them, and my roommates and I would watch those. Not related to St. Patrick's Day, but
Are they
we
good?
just would throw them on. It's got iced tea. Iced tea is important.
Wait, why'd you
least
point
in
at
the-
me out?
I don't know. I feel like you guys I've lost you guys.
Well,
I need
is
to
it,
reel you
is it
back
good?
in.
Because I legitimately feel like Luck of the Irish was a good kids
Yeah.
movie.
No. This is like it's like a bad scary movie where like
Gotcha.
the leprechaun he kills people.
Ooh.
I'm not even kidding. Yeah, so you would be real scared if
Yeah,
you saw this
I know.
one.
Hopefully Ice-T makes that
Yeah.
out alive.
Well,
But
so-
we've totally gotten off the topic of St.
Yeah.
Patrick's Day. I mean, leprechauns, they're involved.
What do you
Yeah.
guys think of
So,
Guinness?
I like Guinness.
See, my take on Guinness.
I like Guinness too.
I never have it though. You know, I don't think it's like
I think I'm going to start drinking it more casually.
Yeah, well,
No, I think Guinness is very good. One thing
Yeah.
I would say is I think it's way better on tap than in the bottles.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I was
agree
going to
with
say, remember we were at that ugly sweater party? Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I think it was the ugly sweater party. And someone had Guinness, and they offered it to us. And there's a ping pong ball at the bottom of a Guinness can. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
We're like, what, did someone put something in my can? And then they're
That's
like,
really
oh
cool.
no, there's a ball at the bottom of a Guinness can. What?
How'd you do that?
What is that? Why is that a thing?
Wow.
It's just everything trying to be unique. Remember those like juices that had that too? You know what I'm talking about? Like you like to open it, you like push in a ball or something. They're like
Yeah.
Japanese
I know
kind
what
of
you're
juices.
I don't remember.
I don't
but
know.
It sounds like maybe the
Yeah.
same thing.
Anyway-
I think it does have a point. The ball. I think it's like a carbonation.
or like maybe to like
thing, but-
smooth it or
but I'm
something.
not
Yeah.
totally sure.
Yeah, I'd say
Um,
Guinness solid, but I would only really drink it on St. Patrick's Day, and I can't say
Yeah.
I drank
See,
it on
I-
St.
I
Patrick's
like
Day
it.
this
I
year.
didn't even have any this
No,
past
me
St. Patrick's Day,
either.
but I
And
do
I'm
enjoy it.
surprised it wasn't like a thing. Like I went out, I'm sure we'll get into it, to like a couple of bars in Boston.
Yeah.
And
They
no
didn't-
one. I mean, they had it, I'm sure, but no one like pushed it on you. If I'm
Yeah,
surprised
you're
there wasn't
no,
like
you'd
a big sign up like
You'd
Guinness.
be surprised.
you
You'd
know?
be surprised. Like
I think
I
that,
definitely mentioned this before, but when I went to like, I feel like this is a similar example. But when I went to Chicago Pizza for Game 7 of the World Series, Cubs and Indians, and I was like expecting them to be like, at least have Cubs shirts or at least like
Wait, did you go to
pretend to care. But I wasn't in
Chicago
Chicago. I just went to like the
Uno?
Chicago Pizza. Uno, yeah. Is that-
Chicago
did I
Pizza.
call it Chicago
You said
Pizza?
Chicago Pizza, which that's a
bad.
big difference because Uno is like a
Uno's a chain, but
It's a
Yeah.
chain, so it's
it
different.
doesn't matter. It's the same. It's the same thing that Chris is saying. Is like these Boston bars are just bars, but like they should be promoting Guinness on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
This
but I feel
Uno
like the
should
Irish.
be promoting
Yeah, you're
Cubs
right.
stuff on
Yeah.
Game 7 of the World Series. You
They
know,
definitely should be. You're right.
yeah.
but I don't know. So that's disappointing that like
Yeah.
there was no.
I'm sure, and I'm
no
sure some of
Guinness
them
stuff.
did. Maybe just the ones I didn't.
I feel like everyone should be like, yeah, you
should be
lean
forced
into
to
it.
chug a
You
Guinness
should- yeah.
as soon as you walk in the door.
I would. Yeah.
Do you guys
That'd be fun.
you ever go to a St. Patrick's Day parade?
You
No.
know what?
I think there was one today.
Our parades.
There was, yeah.
I think parades are lame. I'm
I-
realizing it now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What's the point of them?
I agree. I can't think of the last time I went to a
I
parade.
went to the Pat's Victory Parade. That
okay.
was fun.
That's
That's
different.
that's
That's
different.
different.
Is
I
that
think.
different?
Yeah,
Okay.
like I couldn't see myself ever wanting to go.
I went to
Maybe I do want to go to the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade once to say I did it, but
I think
I
parades
think-
are fine.
I think parades are for kids.
Hmm.
Oh,
For
come
little
on.
little.
Did
kids.
you ever do like when
No, I'm
you're
not
in,
saying it's a bad
like
thing.
Little League baseball? Sometimes
Yeah.
we'd have like a parade.
And like
I was into
because
that.
I just went to a parade. I was in San Francisco recently. We went to the Chinese New Year parade there,
Oh, that sounds fun.
and it was great. It was cool. It was
Yeah.
fun seeing everything. But the people who were getting the most excited were the kids,
Mm.
rightfully
All right,
so.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate here. Let's compare. Now, don't yell at me, okay? But let's compare
We'll see.
parade to like watching a marathon, for instance. I'd say pretty similar. Not gonna lie.
watching
I enjoy them both.
watching like a running marathon.
Yes.
I was gonna say watching a marathon of like Storage Wars. I would love
Yeah.
that.
I would
yeah.
take that over both of them.
Binge watching television. Yes.
I'd say
no.
yeah.
All right. Well, watching a marathon is boring too.
That's
Whoa.
just a
Hot
long
take.
That's just a long
I
parade.
love
I'd
watching
say.
a marathon.
Wait,
I
I
love
think a
watching
lot of-
marathon. I love watching parades.
I think a lot of people would say it's boring.
Yeah, I think we like watching a marathon because we like the sport and stuff.
No, but that's not true because I'm saying that I like parades too.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying you like parades because you're a professional parader, but
But you're
I'm
saying
ju-
that I
I'd
like
say-
marathons because
I
I
think
like
they're
the
totally
sport.
different. I feel like
I think they're similar.
the appeal to a parade.
I think that they're the same thing.
the appeal to a parade is like, nice, the fire marshals are coming through. Whoa, sick, police car coming through.
No.
Or nice, little league team is coming through.
Yeah, that's why people go to parades.
Where,
to see
or
the
like,
stuff,
whoa,
I guess.
a big float.
A marathon
whereas
you
a
go for it's
marathon,
like,
it's
oh,
like-
my friend Alex is running.
Yeah,
It's
like
just-
cool. All right, let's do it. Which is,
Yeah.
I agree. I like it, but I think most people don't
Yeah.
like watching marathons.
Yeah,
Okay. But you think that more people will like watching parades than marathons?
I'm
think-
just questioning if I think we've outgrown parades.
yeah.
I think
could see that.
they're for kids
Yeah, I think I feel
I
that.
would still like
or
them,
drunk people.
but
kids
I,
or drunk
yeah.
people.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I see.
bad combination.
I disagree because today though, so there's a big parade in Boston, and I have a lot
Yeah.
of friends who it's like, oh, Sunday we all get drunk at
yeah, like
7 in the morning,
Some of
go
my
to the
friends are doing
parade.
that too.
That's why I
That-
said drunk people.
I'd say that is almost no appeal to me at all.
Right,
Like,
I agree with
don't
that.
wanna- like, because you get drunk, you get there, and
And
you
it's
just stand there
cold,
and
it's
it's
freezing
cold.
It's cold, yeah.
Yikes! I don't know if I'm just like growing up, but
No, but like
what I mean.
weather is like a big part of it. It's
It
got to
is.
be, right? Like imagine if I was like, Chris, it's
Yeah.
going to be 75 degrees tomorrow.
Then
like,
Let's hit up the
like
local
literally
parade.
like if that's the only
Mhm.
change, I
Yeah.
bet you're interested.
that's true.
Not
Because
even kidding.
I am
Like, I
thinking
bet you're
about
down.
also like a kind of similar activity, tailgating, somewhat similar, where you're just kind of standing around, oftentimes drunk, something like this.
I don't know. I
I've
think
somewhat just
that's like a socializing.
just
thing,
I'm just
though.
saying like vaguely similar. Like I went once where it was warm out and it was like the best day of my life, and once where it was cold out and it was like not fun at all.
Mm.
So maybe a parade is a similar. type
I'm
of
saying
thing.
I've been to warm parades, like the New Year's
Hmm.
Chinese New Year one
Yeah,
was warm out, and it was just like,
just okay.
what am I doing?
Were
I'm
you
just- I'm just
hammered?
watching it? I did black out, so I don't
Sure,
remember.
so you don't
most of
remember
it.
the deets.
Whereas
I think there was a dragon involved.
whereas a tailgate, like
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out with my buds.
Yeah, no, I'm just
so it's gonna
comparing
be a
the,
good
the
time.
weather. Yeah,
The weather.
the weather.
Okay.
But a cold parade sounds like
Yeah.
sounds awful
Not that
for
fun.
everyone
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Because I went to the St. Patrick's Day parade in Boston a few years ago, and it's supposed to be a big deal. It's like a
Mhm.
big thing for Boston. Like, oh, we got to go to South Boston for the parade.
Yeah.
Not
Why?
that exciting.
They're not even
Mhm.
throwing candy at me or anything.
See, I will say the one time I really felt like it was the St. Patrick's Day, besides like seeing everyone wearing green,
Mm-hmm.
was the neighborhood I live in is a traditionally Irish neighborhood, just like a lot of like I don't know, over time the first people moved there were Irish.
Sure.
There's a
No snakes.
Yeah, no,
Perfect.
zero snakes. There's a convenience store near me that you can tell is like Irish owned. Like some people have accents, and they sell a lot of like Irish traditional candies and like scones, stuff like that.
Sure.
When I went in on Saturday morning just to like pick up a couple things, it was like a party in there. They were
Really?
playing music. Everyone was wearing green. Everyone's like,
Saturday morning.
yeah,
Oh, that was St. Patrick's
yeah, the day
Day.
of. It was like
okay.
awesome. And,
Yeah,
like,
that's nice.
yeah. So that was fun. That was the only place I went that was like really standing for St. Patrick's Day.
I bet if you're from Ireland too and you've moved to
Mm.
the U.S.,
That's
I
true.
bet it's a really fun holiday. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
get together with other people.
What do you guys think of the whole wear green stuff?
I love it.
Fan,
Why
It's
not?
fine. It's
fan?
fine.
I'd say I do own and green is probably one of the colors I wear the most.
See,
So
I have like no green,
Yeah.
which is weird.
I recently bought a pair of green pants.
Whoa.
not like we're not talking like a
Neon.
leprechaun green, like more of like an olive.
We're talking like a forest green.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no.
a forest green.
Yeah, but it'll work.
I was excited to wear them though, and people
no,
were like,
no,
"Did you?"
No. If you're wearing olive green on St. Patrick's Day,
So,
you're getting a
okay.
pinch. You're getting pinched from me, man.
I
Yeah,
also wore
I
a
think
green
that's a good
shirt.
point.
But I would say one thing that was annoying, because I also was there. It was my friend's birthday the same day, so it was kind of like a combo. And I showed up all green, head to toe, and people were like, "Oh, did you wear that on purpose?" Heck yeah, I did.
St. Patrick's Day. Are you
God,
kidding me?
Yeah,
that's
I don't
Jeez.
care
I
that
would've-
it's also someone's
I would
birthday.
have pinched that person
Yeah,
just for
I
asking
should.
such a stupid
I
question.
should have kissed him.
Oh, you interested? Like,
I'm Irish. Clearly.
I guess I like the wearing green thing. I don't know. I guess it's
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
a silly.
It's
thing.
whatever.
yeah, what I'd say is like normally, like basically my Uno story is similar to this too, where like I appreciate like people like leaning into like the holiday, you know, like
I guess.
oh like let's do it then.
Yeah,
All right,
why
so
not?
everyone's wearing green, like all right, let's just do it.
I
But
don't-
I don't have
yeah.
enough green where I always feel like I'm not really.
See,
like,
I don't like when
celebrating.
people when people like try to put people down for that.
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
And, like, what-
but I don't care if someone doesn't want to
What
participate.
I feel like
but-
Chris is like hearing your thoughts, like you grew up with this like corned beef and
Yeah.
cabbage meal where I never had anything like
Yeah.
that. So I feel like for me, St. Patrick's Day has just been not really a staple in my life. So as
Yeah.
I've grown up, like I remember, I have this vivid memory actually of freshman year of high school. I didn't know it was St. Patrick's Day and I didn't wear green, and like people were like, "What are you doing?" And I was
They
like,
pinch
"Oh,
you?
sorry." Like,
Yeah.
and I felt bad. I was like, "Damn, I'm an idiot." You
Yeah.
know? But like,
Yeah.
But I think it's supposed to be. I thought it was if you're Irish, you wear green, and if
that
not,
could be true as well.
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I
So
don't
people
know.
shouldn't have been yelling at you.
Yeah.
Are you Irish? Do we
No,
guys know?
no.
See, you know you're not supposed to wear orange. That's
Right.
that's like a thing.
That's
See,
like a North
that-
Ireland versus Ireland.
Yeah.
thing, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't
didn't
like
know that.
orange the Protestant color?
Maybe it's something like that. I don't know any history
Is
about
that
it,
offensive? Should I not have said
but
that?
probably.
No, I think,
but
like-
That's fine.
I think Ireland is Ireland is like the green. You wear
Mhm.
green, and if you're from North Ireland,
really.
it's
Maybe.
like an orange. I don't know. I don't know. Did all the snakes go to North Ireland? Is
True.
that maybe,
Maybe the
snakes?
snakes
No,
were
so they
mostly
went to the
orange.
sea.
But maybe
Yeah,
the
it's-
They
sea.
probably went to Wales or something.
Perhaps,
Mm.
perhaps,
Just to hang out with the whales.
Yeah.
perhaps.
The whales of Wales.
Huh?
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't like St. Patrick's Day. I
So
think
how-
I hate
Oh,
all
okay,
of
there it
it.
is.
Let's
There it is.
Let's end. We're live.
This is the guy. This is coming from the guy
25% Irish. I don't even want it
who's
anymore.
wearing a shirt that says, and I quote, "Patty's Road Race."
Doesn't unrelated St. Patrick's Day.
Patty is the
Is
most
it
Irish
actually?
name of all time.
That's pretty funny.
Wait, when was the race?
I
This was
actually
in October.
I actually thought it said St. Patty's.
It was from
But
an
now I'm
Irish.
realizing that it doesn't.
It's from an Irish pub, but
All right.
completely unrelated to St. Patrick's Day.
So
I
you're
don't know.
you're telling me you that shirt is a coincidence, and we're recording the St. Patrick's Day episode on the
doubt
same
it.
day.
it was not a conscious choice. Maybe deep down I thought
Sure. Patty.
something swayed me, but
Yeah.
it was not a conscious choice.
Interesting.
So can you tell us a little bit about your most recent St. Patrick's Day?
Well, hold on.
Yesterday
I want
was St.
because
Patrick's Day.
I want to hear
I
how
want to hear about
because I want to
you
hear
saying-
why you don't like it so much.
I don't. You know what? I quit the podcast. This is getting ridiculous. I'm getting.
No, I'm
No,
just
I agree with you. I agree with you.
No, I
I
think
do.
it's like
I'm just
I'll
curious.
tell you-
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Because I think last night or yesterday plays part in why I don't like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then
I think
go ahead.
it's especially for our age group. It's an insanely overrated holiday.
Mhm.
It feels like just another excuse to go in and drink, which I'm gonna do every weekend regardless. I don't need to wear green to do it. You know,
Yeah.
like
Mhm,
yesterday. I'll tell a tale about. I think I already told you guys, but I'll tell it again about what happened yesterday. You know, as Chris said, yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. There's tons of bar crawls going on. There's always bar crawls around the holidays.
mhm.
You got to pay a bunch of money to go, and you're allowed to go to all these bars.
Yeah, I heard you got a rip-off.
So
huh?
we didn't pay for it because we thought, oh, we'll just go to a bar or two, and it doesn't make sense to pay for the bar crawl.
So you think like every bar is either charging a huge cover or is part of a bar
no.
crawl?
First of all,
No,
unrelated to St. Patrick's Day, all these bar crawls are scams.
Yeah, I think they
The
Yeah.
bars,
I agree.
the
The bars
bars
aren't affiliated,
are
right?
not. They already
Loosely.
because they start like Saturday morning, so they're already not. There aren't covers at Saturday morning. There are already deals because it's a dead time and they want people in the door. It's like an early bird special.
Sure.
So the bar crawls just pocket the money. It's just a way to organize people, which is fine. Whatever. It's
You
like a
think
road.
so?
It's like a road race. You could go out and run, or you
Yeah.
can pay to run together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's fine, but it's stupid.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay. And this
It'd be one thing if they like gave you something, you know, if it's like
right if you get a shirt or something.
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
that's fun.
But this one, it was supposed to be like $35. We're like, we're not going to pay for that. We'll
That's
just pay the
that's
cover.
so much.
So we
Yeah.
we hear. So we had a little Ocean's 11 situation. We bought fake wristbands just in case. And then we hear from a friend who had paid for the bar crawl. They got to the cover. They waited like an hour in line, got to the bar, and they were like, "Oh, it's a $40 cover." And they said, "Oh no, we have a wristband. We paid for the bar crawl." And they're like, "Oh no, it doesn't matter. It's $40."
Jeez.
So it's like, what the heck is the
$40
point?
is so
And it's
much
just
So that
because
would be
for a
75.
Saturday morning.
just because it's St.
Yikes.
Patrick's Day. It was like at
Yeah.
like noon. So we went in and we went to just some other random bar. We still had to pay $40 for a cover, just because it's St.
That's
Patrick's Day.
insane.
It's stupid.
See, I think I agree. That's what I was getting. I like St. Patrick's Day for the nostalgia reasons. I think for like leprechauns. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But like yesterday, being out, it was just everyone was so rowdy. Everyone was
It's so
like,
So I
because I think another thing
avoided
is
it
like
yesterday because well, I had stuff to do, but more so that I was like, if I really wanted to go out on St. Patrick's Day, I could have done the stuff earlier, if that makes sense.
Mm.
I just kind of was like, I didn't want to spend a ton of money,
yeah,
and
it's just-
I wasn't super into
just-
it.
yeah.
I understand like New Year's is like that too.
Yeah.
Where it's
Yeah.
just like, all right, everyone's like, this is one of the days where like
But
a
basically
lot more
the only
people than
one,
normal.
Basically, the only day where you're willing to like spend a ton of money on a cover, right? Of the whole year. I feel like.
I honestly am not willing to.
Yeah.
Then fine.
But you're
that's
right.
fine.
It's-
I
Yeah,
think
that's
or
one where
none.
people do it.
What
but
I'm
I think-
saying is it's just one of those days where a lot of people are
Yeah.
a lot more people are going to be out drinking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. That just makes it
And
annoying.
I think
Yeah,
I think
go-
it just
go ahead,
made
Chris.
it just made the night kind of like so a lot of these bar
So
crawls
what
were during
what
the
did
day.
you do? What did you do?
So a
You
lot
went
of-
out at night.
Yeah, so a lot of them were during the day. So I didn't.
So
go.
you went to that store, talked to the Irish people for a bit. Right?
Sure, yeah, hung out. I got some breakfast. And, wow, is there a holiday
Right.
going on?
Just
or
a bunch of
something?
Irish guys in there. Chris was like, "Yeah, someone kiss me. Someone kiss me."
No one kissed me.
Yeah.
So that was again fun start to the day. But I think I didn't go out till nighttime, so I got to a
Yeah.
bar at around 9 p.m. a normal hour to go to a bar,
Right.
Yeah.
and it was packed. One,
Ridiculous.
the lines were insane. Two, everyone is dead because they've been drinking for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Three, it's just like. Luckily, the one I went to was no cover because it wasn't like a big
Yeah.
one of these big ones that was participating in that.
Sure. Sure.
But I guess once,
I'm surprised that there are any bars that weren't.
yeah,
doing
I think we
Yeah.
got lucky. I'd say
But you
the-
said yours was whatever.
At least
go
in
on.
like our area in Boston.
But I'd say at the
it's
same
a big
time,
deal.
from the opposite side, like once I was inside because it was cold out. That was another factor. I had to
it
wait
was
in line for
freezing
probably
cold last night.
15 minutes, maybe. Once we were in, it was fun because there were a lot of people.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, I
a
would
lot of
agree.
people
I had fun
having
at the bar we were
Once you're
at.
there and in, it's good.
But
no
honestly,
complaints,
it
as long as
felt-
no one's like puking on me,
It felt no different. Like
then normal.
than
night.
Than a
anything
regular
else.
night, right? Well, was
Even,
it was
like-
it cool with everyone wearing green? Like, did you get like a Mardi Gras necklace or anything? Green necklace?
No, I don't know. Yeah,
Trust me, I
guess
tried.
that's fine. But like what I said about New Year's,
Yeah.
when we went out to this bar on New Year's,
Yeah.
and that felt like fun. Like
Yeah,
I would have paid a little bit extra because it felt, I don't know, something about it being New Year's.
Mhm.
Everything was fun.
But there was no, yeah.
This one just felt like any other day, which is fine. But I paid $40 to get in,
$40, yeah.
so it wasn't worth it.
True.
So what you were saying with your friend there that had the wristband.
Yeah.
They like. You think the bouncer was basically saying like your bar crawl, you got scammed?
What
Like,
I
this
think-
means nothing. Or
What happens? Because so the bar crawl that she did, they emailed everyone who did it, and they were like, "Oh, by the way, covers are going to be $40 unless you have our ticket. So tell everyone." So I think it's
To
a way
get
to
the
like
ticket.
scare people into
Mm.
signing up.
Yeah.
But what I think happens is there's so many bar crawls. The bars, like they don't contact the bar and say, "Hey, we're having a bar crawl this
Yeah,
weekend."
yeah.
Like
It's
you have
just a way
let-
to
yeah.
organize people.
It's like you don't have to. They don't have to let people in for free just because like someone else.
Okay.
Like
you know?
I could go and find 5 bars with like different kind of food deals and drink deals on a
Mhm.
Saturday, early
Yeah.
afternoon
Yeah.
because it's a dead time and bars have that. And if I organize it and put it on a website and say, let's all get together, $20 each, and do it, that's a fine thing to do, whatever. But don't trick people into thinking like they don't have to pay covers now. It's like
Yeah.
a weird scam.
So when I was at undergrad, my school UMass had like a big thing called the Blarney Blowout, which is like at the Blarney Stone, I
Right.
guess, like a big event.
Hmm.
And it's like a big day drink. It's similar. It's just for college,
Yeah.
right? Similar thing. But there's a thing called Boston Blarney, which is the weekend before St. Patrick's Day, so the weekend before this one, which is only a $10 bar crawl, 4 bars, and it's like a similar thing. Like it's mostly UMass alum because it's like the Blarney thing is like UMass, but you don't have to be UMass alum.
Right.
And I remember getting in with my band there. Like I didn't do it this year, but the last year I did it. And it
Mhm.
worked. Like,
Yeah.
like
But at the same time,
everyone was chill.
but
with,
if you
like,
think
no,
about
but
it,
that
it's like
was
it
good.
wasn't St. Patrick's Day, so the bars weren't doing
it's
That's
not
probably
like
true.
you wouldn't
$40
have had to pay to
any
get in.
cover
Yeah,
probably
you know what? That's
because
exactly
it's
it.
Saturday
then.
evening.
That's exactly
Even
it.
on Halloween, I've done bar crawls in Boston, and
Interesting.
Yeah.
no bar would have a cover at 3:00 in the afternoon because no one would go to that bar. People will go into the bar on St. Patrick's Day because it's St. Patrick's Day, so they could get. It's like when Uber does a surge thing. Like
Mhm.
So do you think
everyone's gonna be here and
it
everyone's
was the
gonna be
perfect
Ubering.
storm of it being a Saturday as well? Like, do you think if St. Patrick's Day was on a Thursday?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that played into it because like it really felt like I remember
Yeah, 'cause-
like being leading up to it. I was like, oh, what day is St. Patrick's Day actually? I know everyone's going on Saturday. They're like, oh
Yeah.
no, like it's the big one.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it. I mean, $40 I feel like is insane. Like
it's insane. It's
that's
insane
way
at night.
too much. I don't
That's
even want to pay
ridiculous.
$40.
I've never paid $40 to get into a bar in my life.
Right.
I
I wish I didn't. For Christ's sake.
Jeez.
I think I went out last year for St. Patrick's Day on the Saturday, and I remember it being an expensive cover probably, but I don't remember. It wasn't during the day too, and it was
Yeah.
at night, so I don't remember it being as huge of a
Mm.
deal.
I applaud your guys' efforts to get the bands, just to give it a shot.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah,
funny.
I know.
Stick it to the man, really.
See,
Mm.
what I think we're gonna have to do next year: get the bands, have some pens, some stamps, see the people that are leaving the bar, then they get stamped when they're leaving, so they can come back in.
Oh.
Then replicate the stamp on my hand. Say, "Oh, sorry, cig break. I was out smoking a ciggy.
Sure.
I'll come back in if you don't
I
mind."
love your ciggies.
Yeah, tar. And then I'll get back in.
Boom.
Life hack, baby.
Seriously, you should have made it like a
Yeah.
3-year plan where you like looked at like what the stamps were this year and like assumed it'd
Well,
be the
we
same.
were our we had a plan where, because we just bought these generic green like paper wristbands. Everyone probably knows what they look like.
Where'd
Yeah.
you get them? Just at, like a
so
CVS or something.
So one of our friends had a job where
If
they
you've
had to
ever
give
done like
them
a
out, so-
relay for life,
Yeah.
that's the kind of band.
Sure. But the bar crawl ones that one of our friends had, the real one that she paid for, had like a design on it.
Oh, really?
So what we were gonna do is say, step one of the plan was say, oh, they ran out of the design ones they were giving us.
Good plan.
And then if the
Believable.
bouncer was like, no, we were gonna say, no, it's real, and then we were gonna have a plan. One of our friends was gonna be in a different group of people,
Mm.
or maybe walking up and be like, hey, wait, see, and then we'll be like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, you random stranger, didn't they run out? And he'll be like, huh? Yeah, they did. And then I'll be like, see, perfect. And then he'll be like, I don't even know you. And I'm like, yeah, I know. This is crazy, right?
And the bouncer's
And
like,
bouncer will be
the bouncer's like, I
wow.
said $40.
So good up to
Get
the
it?
end where you guys completely blow it. It's nice to see you. I mean,
I mean, who are you?
What?
But yeah, it never happened. Instead, I paid
Yeah.
$40.
yeah. So why didn't it work? Like the they just
the wristbands didn't
No,
matter
the
in
wristbands
end.
didn't matter.
Yeah,
Even if we
okay,
paid for
okay.
them, they wouldn't have
Yeah,
mattered.
jeez.
Which is so stupid. It just gets me mad that like it's
You can get
it's a
away
scam.
with
It's a
Yeah.
scam.
Yeah.
It gets me mad.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start our own. I need a
seriously,
hobby
It's free money.
pod
I
crawl.
did a bar crawl. It's gonna be turned into a bar crawl.
Wait, what if we did that where it's like you go from place to place and just listen to episodes of
Yeah.
our podcast for like $15?
Yeah.
I did a bar crawl on Halloween, and
Just like at my house.
one of the perks of the bar crawl was you get 2 free beer tickets, and you give the
That's
ticket
good.
to a participating bar, and they're going to give you a free drink. So on the thing it said, "Oh, by the way, you have to use them at this bar." First of all, that's annoying.
If it's a bar crawl and you can only use it at one
Like
place.
they
you're
didn't
saying?
tell us. They said you
Yeah.
get free tickets, and then by the time after we paid and actually picked up our things and went, they said, "Oh, by the way, it's only this really bad bar that you wouldn't have gone to." So whatever.
And the
it's
bar's
annoying.
probably just giving them out to get people in. or
Then we
something,
get
yeah.
to the bar and we say, "Hey, here's our tickets." They're like, "Oh, we're not accepting those." Come on, are you kidding me?
Jeez.
What
That-
the heck?
that actually
that
happened?
happened.
That's crazy.
That's
And
like
I
that's
had
proof.
I was
basically.
on this stupid Facebook message with these people, and I was like, "Hey, by the way, like we didn't get the beers," and they're like, "Yeah, this happened to a bunch of people. It was like an issue. Can I call you?" They said. So I was like, "What the heck?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." Yeah, mind you, this was like probably $2 a person. The beers would have been insanely cheap, anyways. Not a
Yeah.
huge deal. What's the principle of it?
Yeah.
So like, "Oh, can I call you?" So I
Yeah.
gave him my number. They called. I pick up. No one's on the other line. I call back. Never hear from them again.
That's so funny.
Now these people probably have my phone number. They're giving it
Yeah.
out to all these people. It's
Yeah.
it's all messed up.
It's all a trap.
It's getting me so mad.
Jeez, I bet.
So I hate this
St.
stupid
Patrick had something to
holiday.
do with it.
Yeah.
Bring
so,
the snakes back to Ireland. I don't even care.
so it seems like none of us are super high on
No.
St. Patrick's Day.
Should we get into it?
Getting to
Rating
what?
settings? So
You
St.
wanna fight
Patrick.
about
This
it?
is just.
No, should we make it official? Give our ratings.
I guess so. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have a whole
I
lot
don't
more
have
to
anything
say.
else to talk
No.
about really.
I
I guess we could bring up a bunch of Irish
Yeah.
stereotypes, but it
Sure,
might get
yeah.
offensive.
Andrew,
so
can you do
maybe-
that voice for a little bit?
no, it was a one-time thing.
Okay.
All right,
All right, that's good
ratings.
for ratings, yeah.
All right. So for the listeners at home, we like to rate our hobbies on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and then a yay or nay on if we will continue the hobby. Suppose this one is tough to do yay or nay.
Because you have to,
because
like,
we're probably
you have to
gonna
live
say
through it.
Yay. Well, not. I mean, we already
I
talked
don't
about
know.
this.
You just said you didn't celebrate St. Patrick's Day last
Yeah, but
night.
like it was more because like, no, that's true. I guess
Yeah.
I could have had plans.
You
but
nayed
I-
your way out of it.
Yeah, I did. All right, whatever. Yay or nay.
Sure.
And then nay would be what do we say? Post-apocalyptic St. Patrick's
Sure,
Day,
sure, sure.
just where it's just never happening
Yeah.
again. We are a post St. Patrick's Day podcast.
Just
right now.
leprechauns walking lonely in an open field.
All right, so I'll start with Alex.
Um,
All right, I will start
love
with
the holiday.
Okay.
No. All right. Yeah. As I stated, not a big fan.
Not a big fan.
I'm Irish, so I feel like I have to like it a little, but I don't. So.
So I'm just lying to my parents.
I honestly like maybe if I've been to Ireland and I could like really appreciate the culture there or something, I would at least appreciate it more.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing.
But I don't now, and I don't know. I think it's lame.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
fun though. It's still fun. You know, a chance where everyone goes out and has a good time. It's gonna be fun regardless.
Yeah,
Just-
I
it
agree.
was still fun. It was just too expensive yesterday. So I'll go 6. I guess I'll probably say 6 nay, but I'll probably celebrate it a few more times. But once I age out, I'm
No
I'm
going
not
back,
gonna
yeah.
like
Sure.
it's not gonna be a
Sure,
huge
sure.
deal.
Sure.
Yeah.
So 6 nay.
I do.
All right, that's good, Chris.
Cool. I'll say, yeah, I think like the Irish culture side of it, I think I do enjoy. Like I said, the corned beef and cabbage. Like I feel like Irish culture, at least the way I was raised, wasn't a big part of my life until St. Patrick's Day. You know what I mean? That was the only
Yeah,
time
yeah.
that they really like we talked about anything about our
Right.
culture. So I think that was exciting. I think wearing green, I guess, is cool. We didn't talk about 4-leaf clovers. I remember I wanted to bring that
I
up.
talk about 4-leaf clovers.
I found one time on St. Patrick's Day.
Whoa.
Whoa. Right?
Did you actually?
I talked about it for probably 8 years
I don't
afterwards.
I don't think
Let's go. Let's talk about 4-leaf clovers.
4-leaf clovers aren't specifically a St. Patrick's Day thing though.
No,
No,
but just like
It's still cool.
Just like
I mean,
clovers,
we
Irish.
talked about leprechauns for like 15
Yeah,
minutes.
same with
Yeah.
leprechauns. I just didn't want to say it then, but
No,
now
yeah.
it's like getting too far.
No, it's definitely. Well, okay. It
Yeah.
isn't and it is though. Like
Yeah.
I have like a St.
It
Patrick's
is
Day
a so-
shirt with like a leprechaun.
It's
on it,
associated
you know?
with
It's
St.
like-
Patrick's Day, but it's also clearly a thing
Sure.
in
It's
its
just
own-
like
its
an
own
Irish.
Yeah,
time,
and
is what I'm
Christmas
saying,
is
or
the
something.
same without Santa Claus and Krampus. Don't get me started on
No,
him.
Santa Claus isn't a thing. No, that's completely
Yeah,
different.
that's-
Maybe that is different.
That's very
Santa
different.
Claus is only associated with Christmas.
All right.
Where are you doing?
What I'm saying is there are
Yeah.
is a four-leaf clover is a thing in
Yeah.
itself too.
Easter doesn't need the bunny though. Whatever, forget it.
Not-
But that's-
it's
that's
not
it.
still not-
Forget it.
Yeah. Maybe you could have said wreaths
You
in
should have said
Christmas.
the eggs.
Yeah.
You guys already got me both.
Anyway, I think that all was good and fun. I think going out for St. Patrick's Day as a 23-year-old guy, not that exciting. Like you said, overpriced, way too
Yeah.
many
Dang,
people.
but this is probably the peak age for it
and
too,
I
which is funny.
still don't
Still,
enjoy
I
it.
know, it's
Yeah.
still
So
kinda weird.
I think for like celebrate, I think I want St. Patrick's Day to be a part of my life. I'm kind of bummed I didn't have corned beef this year, so maybe I'll make some at some point. But the partying side of it, I gotta go lower. So I think the holiday, I'm giving a 4.
Wow.
I'm going yay to celebrating it, but
Mhm.
nay to like celebrating it by waking up
Chris
at 7
always
and
trying
drinking.
to give like his own
trying to get
like
a
a new
loophole.
answer.
Well, I'm saying I like the holiday. We've spun it into like, do you like partying all
Yeah,
day?
that's why I said it.
It's
That's why
a
I gave
yay
it
or
6.
nay, and you said both.
Yeah. Yeah, then yay, I guess. Yay to St. Patrick's Day as
All
a
right.
whole.
All right,
But
interesting.
it's not like
Or yay.
one thing
Nay
I want
to
to say.
partying, nay to
I want to say St. Patrick's Day
Or
was also a friend of mine's birthday, and I think of the night more as my friend's birthday than I do of St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
If that makes
Okay.
any sense. So that it can't be higher than a 4.
Man, can you imagine being born on St. Patrick's Day if you have the same opinion as us? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
But that's the thing, like
we would hate it.
no one cares about St. Patrick's Day. No one's like, yes, it's St. Patrick's Day finally, you know?
Yeah.
I think people are like that.
Do you
God.
is there ever like a leprechaun leaves a little gift for you, that kind of thing? Or no? You know, like Easter Bunny, you get a little basket.
God.
I don't so.
think-
I mean, I think just the droppings.
They just take the snakes out for you.
Stop saying leprechaun droppings, dude.
It's just felt. Get a grip.
Disgusting.
All right.
Drip on your own thing that you came to the table.
All right, I'm gonna go. I think that St. Patrick's Day, as we've discussed, is not super exciting overall.
This episode is just ending with us saying, like, why did we
Eh.
do St. Patrick's Day for an episode?
I'd say like in our Halloween episode, I probably said something similar where like I just have never been super into this holiday, Halloween to St. Patrick's Day, even more so. Like I said, that scarring memory of freshman year of high school, just not knowing it was St. Patrick's Day and just getting crucified. No pun intended, right? Is that a
No.
pun?
Yikes.
Maybe St. Patrick was crucified. I don't know.
No, like just Christian stuff. No. All right. Anyway.
Worst fun.
Beat that out, please.
Anyway, yeah, I just didn't really get into it. I never was into it. I felt like I was judged, and then more so in recent years, I've just not been a fan of it. I guess the drinking aspect, the exuberant amount of money, but as Alex said, it's always a good time when people decide to come together and have fun. So there's something good about that. So that is gonna make me give it a 5, which is right in the middle. Like it's not terrible. The holiday itself, fine. I'm going to say 5, yay, because I want to be proven wrong. I want to be challenged. I want this holiday to,
I like that.
in my upcoming years, I want to see if I will like it better. And probably won't, but
Like-
maybe I will.
I feel like when I was in high school, I didn't like. I was like, Halloween, whatever. That's overdone, whatever. But I was proven wrong by the time I grew up, and I was like, all right, this is a great holiday.
Yeah, I think I'm
Maybe
back
that
on
will happen
Halloween's
with St.
case.
Patrick's
That's a
Day.
good point.
You know,
Maybe when we have families and are cooking corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah, I
like
think
maybe
it's
when
a
you
little-
maybe if we
I
have
think
kids,
something
we'll
like
love St. Patrick's Day if they get excited for it in
Yeah.
school.
True.
Like,
That's got to be a
maybe we'll
thing.
be
Yeah,
pumped.
if your kid likes something that
Similar
you
to
hated,
like Valentine's Day. If you're like not in a relationship, Valentine's Day is like any other holiday.
Yeah.
But people in a relationship, they're probably gonna have a good. They're excited, you know,
Yeah.
or hate it.
One or the other.
True.
All right. Thanks, guys. That is ratings. We're going to move on to our next section of the show, which is called What's on Your Mind, where we talk about what's on our minds. We always get a listener theme song submission for What's on Your Mind, and this one comes from DK Murphy. All right. Thanks, DK. I think that could have gone on for a long time, so I decided to
Now,
cut it early.
our bagpipes? Those are bagpipes, right?
I think so.
I wanted to talk about
That's,
bagpipes.
that's Scottish.
I was
Isn't
gonna
it?
say that's not like
Yeah.
a really Irish thing, is it?
But I think that they somehow are included in like I saw a bagpipe at a bar last night.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
I do not think that's an Irish
Yeah.
thing.
Dog,
You know what the guy was doing? The guy was playing pop songs on a bagpipe.
Oh, get him out of here! Are
Seriously.
you kidding
What was
me?
he playing?
I
Well,
don't-
it,
I don't
it
know.
depends. It depends.
You're playing Justin Bieber on that sack of bag? Are you kidding me? Get
I think he
outta
was just
here.
doing like little riffs. Like I remember hearing like 2 seconds of that Cardi B song, and then everyone going, "Oh my god!" And then like he did something else, and I was like, "I gotta get out of here." It was really weird.
Well,
I
yikes,
forget.
so.
There was a point in my life where I would hear bagpipes. I can't remember when this was.
What,
like
dude?
frequently. I think it was a time in college. I
Did you
can't
get hit
remember.
in the head?
Is this like a nightmare?
No. It would be like outside, like
Uh,
a rooster, but except it was bagpipes.
Like, maybe you lived near someone who was just practicing the bagpipes.
Like I can't.
Yeah,
it's
I
such a
saw
vague
a-
memory. I can't remember it.
I saw
fully.
like a thumbnail to a YouTube video. I didn't watch it. Or I think it was a YouTube video. Maybe it was like an article.
Mhm.
It was like, you can make a bagpipe with a plastic bag and recorders.
I saw that too. Yeah.
It's like, I'm not clicking on this. I don't care.
No way you could make it
Mhm.
that good.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to what's on your mind. So we always talk about something that's on our minds for the week. I'm going to start with Chris.
Nice.
What is on your mind this week?
Here's what's on my mind. Made a big purchase this week.
What'd you get?
Have a new friend in my room. Alexa.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
The Amazon Echo Dot. They were running a promotion where it was $40.
That was one of my what's on your minds, right? Grown-ups
Yeah,
love Alexa.
Dads love Alexa.
Yeah.
Grown-ups love it.
So it was on sale, $40. I've been looking for like a speaker for my bedroom of some sort to like play music through. And I say,
SMH, dude. I'm
let's give
shaking
this
my
Echo
head.
thing a deal.
You hear the
They spy on you.
This,
Did you hear that? Like Alexa was like laughing at people.
Yeah.
Or something? Did you hear
Ooh,
about
that's
that?
spooky.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
apparently, like it was like a bug, and it would like start laughing at
Oh,
people
ooh.
in the middle of the night, like
I don't
without
know.
activation.
But here's my question that I'm asking you guys.
Yeah.
As someone who lives with roommates, I have 2 other roommates. One shares a wall with me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you would be mad if you heard your roommate talking to an Alexa? Like, would that throw you off?
No.
Because the other day I was in my room and I was saying like, so in the morning you can set it up so it gives you like news that you want. Like you can set up kind of like a news show. So I have like
Sure.
sports, and then I have the weather, and then I have the this.
Snapchat news stories.
Of course, I wish. I wish there was a visual aspect. But you started off by saying, Alexa, give me my flash briefing.
That's how you start your mornings.
That's how you,
Chris?
yeah.
hate
But
this.
but I'm just so the other day I found myself laying in bed quietly, just going like, because I don't want to like wake anyone. It's like 6:30 in the morning before work. And I'm like, Alexa, show me my flash briefing.
Dude, you shouldn't have gotten it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the heck?
I think
if
you
you
should
don't
not
want to
care.
wake anyone, then why did you buy something that will speak to
Like
you?
at that point, you
loudly?
might as well
Like,
just go on Google and
just
like, and
get
type
a
in news.
newspaper or go to Google.
Don't get a newspaper, dude. It's 2018. Are you out of your
Old fashioned, okay? Old fashioned.
I'd say
Save your money. Don't get a computer.
I'd say there are things about it that I do like. I enjoy having it. It wasn't overly expensive, so it wasn't like $100.
Yeah.
But
Bezos knows your information now, dude.
they already
You think that
they know everything I do.
They
Come
spy
on.
on us, man. They
They
spy
already
on
know
us. You're
everything.
right. Honestly, if you're making
say
the
up for
argument,
conspiracy theories for.
if you're making the argument, like, smartphones do the same. Probably, if you think
Yeah. of
Amazon
course.
Echo spies on you, then
Yeah.
you shouldn't have a smartphone either.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it in my life right now to have one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pretend that I don't want it because they're spying on me.
Sure.
But
Yeah, I had my house at one point had a Google Home, which is
Mhm.
similar.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan, but I like it better than
Yeah.
Alexa because I just hate the Alexa thing, like the whole shtick, the whole
I don't know.
name.
Wait, what's
don't-
different about that than the Doodle Home?
Because you don't say like, I guess the only difference in my head is that I don't have to say Alexa. Alexa is like a fine name. That's someone's
Yeah,
actual
that's
name.
true.
You know?
Yeah, imagine being Alexa.
No one's named Google.
What if
hopefully.
what if my roommate's name was Alexa?
Exactly.
I know. What if you're on the phone with your
Hey,
wife
Alexa.
whose name is Alexa?
Yeah.
My name's Alex. What if
Uh,
I accidentally start saying my own name
and
my
you
Alexa
do
starts
you do
typing up?
stumble over your words on Alexa? Is my
My
name?
name's Alex. Alex.
Show me my flash briefing.
Your flash briefing, Alex.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels so.
I think so,
forced.
yeah.
I don't get why
Yeah,
everyone likes
I kind
them.
of
Like,
agree.
I agree.
I went into it very excited, but I'm starting to have second thoughts.
like, what's the benefit? Like, even
Yeah.
Siri, I think is
Yeah,
is
I think
forced. Like,
Siri's bad
you
too.
don't even need
Yeah.
Siri.
I hate. Oh, that's a minor thing.
Siri
But I
is-
hate Siri speaking to Siri humor. I hate it so much. Like,
Yeah, I agree
oh,
with that.
Siri says this when you say this. Like,
I love it.
it's just
get
programmed. You know,
enough.
it's
Can't
literally
get
just a
enough of it.
program. Anyone could have done that. Like,
I don't know. I feel like
I
Siri
want that
is
to be
a-
my job. Come on,
Siri is a
Siri
s-
jokes.
is a bad. It's like a weird selling point
Mm.
that you never use after. It's almost like, you know how on this new iPhone they have like those talking emojis that like
Yeah.
that like track your face and they talk.
No.
Clearly, no.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have
And
commercials.
emojis.
I saw the
so
commercial
much
for
other-
it. Yeah.
No one's gonna use that. They'll
So
use it like
stupid.
the first day they get the phone and then never again. I feel like that's what Alexa is, but it's just that.
Yeah.
So there's nothing else. So it's like you're just forcing yourself to use it.
No, my
because-
mom has an Alexa and she likes it, but it's bad. Like it's
Yeah,
always
that's
like
the other thing.
Alexa, like do this. It's like and I don't blame it. You know, it'd be like, do you want me to use this app? Do you want me to use this? Like, but you have
That's
to like
annoying.
jump
Yeah.
through hoops to do
Why
everything.
can't you just go
It's
on your
just like,
phone and
Yeah.
like I could just go and start playing music right now on my phone.
Yeah.
Let's
Like,
play
I was-
music. Yeah, I beat you.
I was with now this wasn't Alexa, but it's the same idea. I was with my roommate the other day in his car, and he was trying to call his brother, listener of the show, actually, Evan. And
What's up, Evan?
he clicks a button, and he goes, "Call." And then it has to accept call. And he says, "Call Evan." And then it said, "Call David." "Call Evan." And then it says, "Call Evan." Yes or no? Yes. Did not read that. Yes. And then eventually he's like, "All right, I'm not gonna do this." He takes out his phone. It takes him 2 seconds to call him.
Yeah.
So what? That's what Amazon Alexa
right,
feels
and
like
you're
to
not
me.
taking
Like,
the Alexa like in your car. You know, you're
I think
not
that there
using
is-
it to,
right, like
for
that's
that.
something like maybe
I think
Yeah.
there's some like novelty to it that's kind of cool, but like it wears off after 2 seconds. Like the first time I did, I went like, "Alexa, play party music."
See, like that's
Now-
what I'm saying.
now-
I hate that stuff. I
I
it's
think,
not
like
funny.
you said, you wanted a speaker.
yeah,
I think
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
It
If
could
you-
work
if you
as
need
a
a
speaker.
speaker.
So yeah, like I do use it.
and
I
it's
have
not-
been using it a
It's
lot.
not insanely expensive.
And
right?
yeah,
Isn't
if
it
I'm
like
just
80
hanging out
bucks
in my
or
room, like fooling around or whatever, listening to music every now and then, why not go, "Hey, how's the weather?"
something? You know what? You lost me, Chris.
That's a good way to end it.
You know, if you're hanging out in your room, fooling around or something, hey, how's the weather?
Story of my life.
All right, Alex, what is on your mind?
All right. So we said grown-ups like the Amazon Alexa.
They do that.
Here's
they
something
do.
that I think just above grown-ups, like kind of older people.
Sure. Grown
Now,
up.
this is something that is just. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying because I think it's disgusting. Older people will blow their nose in a tissue and then take that tissue and put it in their pocket.
Dang, this was gonna be one of my what's on your mind.
Isn't
but I
that-
forgot about
That's
it.
pretty
freaking
good.
It's like
insane.
the idea of a
Yeah.
handkerchief, right?
Yeah.
But
but
you
they'll
just like keep it.
even with a handkerchief. It's just insane.
You just
but-
keep it. Why
I'll
would you
see
keep
an
it?
Older person.
Mm-hmm.
Really, anyone. I've only seen it by older people. We got worked up.
Alexa.
Take a Kleenex brand tissue,
Of
blow
course,
their
of course.
nose,
Well, those ones
and
are
then
expensive.
what are you gonna use it again?
Yeah,
What
I
are
think
you
maybe.
doing with
I
that?
think maybe.
maybe it's a holdover from the
That's-
handkerchief days.
That's-
Yeah.
Either way,
Handkerchiefs
it's
are insane, too.
inexcusable. It's disgusting. It's probably one of the reasons why the flu is so widespread this year. It's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. I don't. Yeah.
Some older people will blow their nose in a Kleenex brand tissue and put it up their sleeve. See what I'm doing now?
Ooh. You
You're-
Kleenex
You're
falling
not
out.
kidding, though, right?
I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so
I think people
weird.
do that.
I'm like,
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I'm not a fan
It's
of that.
clearly
Just
a
throw 'em out,
generational
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Right, maybe it's from a handkerchief, but
Yeah,
doesn't,
probably.
doesn't matter. Even with a handkerchief, it's still just as disgusting.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why was handkerchiefs ever a thing? Like, oh, let me just
Yeah.
pull out my like
And then
snot
like
rag.
I
you
feel
know?
like I've seen movies or
Insane.
something where like a girl's crying and the gentleman there will like, oh, I got you. He takes out his handkerchief and wipes her eyes like,
Covered
your
in boogers.
are on that, presumably.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to touch
Right,
anyone's
right.
handkerchief.
Yeah, take out your Kleenex brand tissue
Sure.
and put
from
that
your
in my
sleeve.
face.
Like,
Mm.
I don't know. I understand if there's no garbage nearby and you have to blow your nose to hold on to it until
Sure.
there's a garbage.
Mhm.
But I've seen it happen in like restaurants or something where I know there's a garbage nearby.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
I hate it. I don't know.
That's bad. I don't like it either. All right.
Do you like buy tissues regularly?
No, I try to
can't.
make my like I get like a box to last like 6 months or something.
See, I'll only buy them if I'm sick.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I don't buy.
well, I
tissues
like to
often.
have it when I'm sick. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't buy it when I'm sick because I got that trusty box that I never use.
See, I
and
definitely
it's
don't.
like,
I feel like I buy
yes.
them, use them like 4 times, and then lose them, and then I probably have 20 boxes in my house.
Here's a life hack from Mark Cuban. You know Mark Cuban?
Yeah.
Sure.
Shark.
Famous
he
shark.
says a lot of things like that. Toothpaste, deodorant. I would say probably tissues might fall in the same category.
Mhm.
Bulk order them on Amazon or something.
Yeah.
That way you're getting a lot cheaper and you always have them on hand.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think
You're always
Yeah,
gonna need
there's
them.
like 0 negatives in
Toothpaste
that.
and deodorant I think are two. I don't
just
do
gotta
it, but I
put-
should do
Yeah,
it.
you
Yeah.
just gotta put some
Perfect
money.
things to do it
Gotta put
for.
some money up front, but
Because you
Ooh,
go
it'll pay
to
off.
the store.
yeah.
I do that with
Shawls, whatnot.
razors, if that matters. Not.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
I get like maybe 8 at a time.
Sure.
Yeah, but
Disposable
yeah,
razors.
I feel like that's different though.
Yeah.
You're
You're
probably.
ordering them at the store still, so it's not like bulk order.
Yeah,
really.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it's a fun little life hack for
All
you.
right. Thanks for the life hack,
Yeah,
Alex.
so we should start a little life hack section.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like that
That's
actually.
fun.
All right. Here's what's on my mind this week, guys. And I want you guys to chime in if you have any not siblings, I guess, but know any kids that are young, okay? It's about young kids, particularly.
Jeez.
You always want yours to be about young kids.
You're the one that said that. I never said that before.
You're a living Krampus, dude.
7 and under. Yeah, is what I'm talking about. And it's this.
You ever
It's
see them
basically
blow
this.
their nose and then they pocket the tissue?
It's basically this, is that I've worked with kids for a while in various, disciplines, I guess, mostly just after school camp, right?
Sure.
And I've realized, like, and no offense to, I guess this is kind of offensive to our 7 and under listeners,
Sure.
but kids, especially that age,
Our
like,
key
not even kidding,
demographic.
you get to like 9 years old, you're probably fine. But if you're like 6 and under, like, kids are like so insanely dumb. It's like it's scary. You know what I mean?
This is bad.
No, it's the truth. Like imagine how many times when you were a kid that you had to be told to like look both ways before you cross the road. Like
Yeah,
that's insane that you have to like tell them that so many times because they'll literally just forget. Like a 4-year-old kid doesn't know. Like you could say like how many quarters am I holding? Like 1 million or 5 if you have like 25, right? And they'll probably say a million.
That's like a classic
Like-
age when
like
I was
they don't know anything.
when I was like a counselor, a
4
camp
years
counselor,
old.
and I was like 17 probably, and I'd be like, "Oh, how old do you think I am?" They'll be like, 64 or something like
Yeah.
that. Just
Yeah,
say,
like that's the age. Yeah.
like, you know I'm not.
Yeah.
No, but like
Maybe
they
they
might
don't.
not.
They don't, right.
They might not.
Yeah,
like,
that's
it's
interesting.
like-
I remember I did. I was a psychology major in college. And
Yeah.
I did an interesting thing where they showed like they would have people. They had like a kid who was like 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old down the line, and they would do like little things where you could tell like that was the point where your brain developed to like learn a certain thing, like a certain like depth perception or something. Some babies
Yeah.
could really have no idea and would like walk off a cliff.
Oh yeah, I remember
You
that
know what I'm
stuff.
talking about?
Like there was
Yeah.
there was a thing that we learned in psych in high school that was like
Yeah, it's like
there's an age that you learn that like 2 cylinders can have
Yeah,
like the same
exactly.
volume if one of them's like wicked wide and the other one's really narrow.
But until
Wow.
then, yeah, you can't really.
you like
know
have
that.
no idea. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and then there was another one that was like you think that at up to a certain age you think that like your dreams, like the people that occur, the stuff that happens in your dreams, you know it's not real, but you think that like the other people also had that dream from
Mhm.
their
Whoa.
perspective or
Mhm.
something.
it's cool. I feel like this is prime, like
Yeah.
that stuff where different ages like could really understand different things.
Yeah.
Prime for magicians, you
Mm.
know.
Oh yeah.
Like
Wow.
they should be
That's
really
true.
they should be really learning their stuff
Jeez, that's cool.
because
Yeah, what if it's like between the age of 20 and 25, you forget this one random
yeah, because
Yeah.
there's like that. Isn't that why like peekaboo is a thing? Because like when you're
Mm.
very young, you don't understand
Exactly.
that.
Yeah,
like,
you don't get it.
like I don't know what it's called, but
you
like,
think that they're
Yeah.
gone.
they're gone forever.
Probably.
Magician. Let's start doing
Like when you're
infant
like under
magic.
2.
Wow.
and then
Just
whatever
let's
it is,
mess with some
let's-
babies'
hey,
lives.
3-year-olds. Let's get the cylinder tricks going. This one's really wide. This one's thin.
I bet
Yeah,
that'll
Certain
work.
volume.
That's funny. I do remember
yeah.
that kind of what you're saying. I have a friend at work who has a couple kids.
Yeah, good. I have an
And
example.
he the other day was like just talking about it. I forget what the context was, but he was like, "Yeah, if I didn't come home for a few days, they would die." Like,
Well, that's different.
but it's kind of, no. But he was saying he's like, "Yeah, they are not smart. Like they can't realize that they need to get food."
Yeah.
it was really funny to hear.
No, it's ridiculous. And like really once you get to like 4th grade or something,
Yeah,
I mean you're still a kid, but like your
Yeah.
awareness increases so
like
much.
infinitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But like at such a young age, and the reason I've actually thought of this is like I watched this movie The Florida Project, and it's really good, and there's like 3 major child actors, and they're like probably 6 years old or something, and I read like their interviews because they're really cute and funny, but some of the stuff they say is like insane. It's making me realize like their view of the world is like totally insane. Like
It's,
Yeah.
It is funny.
it's
to think,
great
like,
and also like scary.
Mm.
How
it's funny.
young
Like
they are.
you'll see a movie with a child actor and be
Mhm.
like, "Dang, it's insane how good actors these kids are."
That's exactly what I was
But at
thinking.
the
Like, these
same
guys are
time,
great.
like-
They're so good, but they don't even realize.
yeah.
like,
At the same time, they don't know cylinders
No.
or whatever.
Right.
Like, that is
right, like
weird.
they don't know like very basic stuff. Like
Mhm.
Freaking idiots.
maybe
are you
couldn't,
kidding me?
couldn't like potentially could not tell time on a clock, but are
Yeah.
like insanely good actors.
Oh, you know what I heard the other day? It doesn't really relate, but a little bit. Kids don't take typing classes.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
Like anymore?
I was talking to someone who has high schoolers or maybe middle schoolers. Either
Yeah,
way,
I don't know if that's
they
true.
don't know how to type.
I don't know if
They're
that's
like
true.
13 years old.
I was at this past week. I went back to my elementary school
Maybe
that I
it's
worked,
probably
that I worked
different.
at, and they did it. And actually, their typing thing was pretty cool. I thought they turned it into like a racing game. I bet you can look it
that's
up
what I had one
online.
of
Yeah,
those
I think
back in the
I
day.
think I had
It's like
that.
a racing game,
Yeah,
so
it's
you
fun.
like
You
type
type
in
in
a
the car
sentence
move or
fast,
something.
and Yeah,
You
it
get
was
that.
cool.
What was it called? I think there was like words per minute or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
that was
wham words a minute. or
we
something
did
like
that like in college.
Would
because,
you
like,
guys-
my friends and I competed.
Would you guys want to do that after this? See
I would do that. Yeah.
Let's do a
I
quick
think
test.
Chris will be pretty good.
We'll post our results.
Well,
I'm
you
not
guys
that
know, kind of embarrassing, but I still do the 2 fingers type.
good. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Not even kidding. Yeah.
Jeez.
And like it's funny because I've seen people do it.
Did you
and
take
like,
a typing class in high school?
No, well, no. Like the truth is, this is the truth. Like
See,
it's
maybe
kind of
maybe I'm not. Maybe I
kind
shouldn't
of
be as
embarrassing.
surprised though.
But when I was a kid, like I had a babysitter who could type like a regular adult very fast, and I was like, oh, that'll be so cool once I learn it one day. And I literally remember like doing the typing in elementary school, and it was too much work, and I was like, I can type way faster like this.
Dang.
And I just developed it. I never learned the right way. I can type like without looking at the keys, obviously, but like. And I feel like I am pretty quick. And another thing is I do think I do my thumb on the space bar, so that's a little better, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
But,
3 fingers.
You'd be surprised at how fast I can
We'll
type.
find
Is what
out,
I'd
yeah.
say. Like I'm like the fastest typer. Like Chris, if you can type fast the regular way, you'll be better than me for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't.
I don't know if
I
I'm
haven't tested
necessarily.
myself. in
I
a
don't
while.
even think I'm a fast typer.
I'm pretty
but
fast.
I don't know.
All right,
I just
Find
feel
out.
like-
Let's find out. All right, are we all set?
Let's do it right now. Let's keep it on air for like 10 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Chris, you want to hit us with the plugs?
Of course. So if you like this episode, you can listen to some more on ineedahobbypod.com. Find our iTunes, our social medias, our I Need a Hobby Pod. And hey, rate and review.
Yeah.
Right? That's what they're saying. These subscribe,
Absolutely.
Hey,
rate, review.
If you know how to type better than this dumb idiot Andrew,
Sure.
then use those fingers to type us a review.
In theory,
for
if
Christ's sake.
You could probably do 60 words in a minute. That's plenty. You know? That's
Yeah.
all you need. So
Yeah, we'll see.
Happy St. Patty's Day. Or post St. Patty's Day.
Yep.
I hope you survived the St. Patty's Day world.
All right, see you next week.
Mhm.